Direct from the web, it's Billy Masters Live. And now, please welcome your host, Billy Masters.
Hello. I took my glasses off because I know someone at home is saying, take those old man glasses off. Hello, everybody. It's Billy Masters. Welcome to Billy Masters Live. It is. Oh, my God. Today is Tuesday, September 22nd, 2020. It is a sad day in the Billy Masters empire. As I'm sure the world is mourning, you've heard it on all the telecasts, that life has changed as we know it. Yes, obviously, I'm talking about the untimely passing of Jackie Stallone. Sylvester Stallone's mother, famed wrestling entrepreneur, rumpologist, dead, shot down in her prime at 98 years old. For those of you, I know my Brit fans are familiar with this, but just a little clip of Jackie Stallone on Celebrity Big Brother. And we're using the word celebrity quite loosely. UK. Here you go, Jackie.
Oh my God, Jackie!
Yeah, Jackie.
What we should have with dinner every day would either be champagne's a very nice idea or some lovely Chardonnay wine.
Did you order my wine yet? What the hell's going on around here?
I never knew I was coming to a dump like this, frankly. You have to give us some material to work with to cheer us up so we get motivated intellectually and physically.
I haven't noticed one person come into my bedroom and bring me a cup of tea.
I was hoping you'd have someone like Bill Gates here.
I will ask this little boy here.
This is like rocket
Honey,
science, man.
the
Explaining
little
the
kid, I
rules.
can't even remember his name anymore. What is your name?
The little kid, apparently.
And how about sending in a lovely harpist?
I had a nightmare last night. I dreamt that Sylvester came to visit me in the middle of the night and bought me a dictionary. Is there anything for breakfast?
Breakfast now?
It's
nearly midnight.
You said it's 11 in the morning.
No, oh bless you. I am sorry. We said at night.
You gotta be kidding.
Big Brother is always listening.
Well, tell him he can kiss my ass. I hope he listens to that.
I loved Jackie. Anyone who knew Jackie knew that is exactly who she was. In case people are wondering, like, oh, she was putting on an act or whatever. Nope, that was Jackie. And I have a great photo and I have a story. I met Jackie several times over the years, but one time we were at Skippy Lowe's birthday together. Oh my God, the people you met at Skippy Lowe's house. Elkie Summers, Fabio. Oh, I think I once met Armando Sante there. So it's a cavalcade of nobodies. But there she was, although we had dinner, now that I think of it, with Shirley Jones and her husband, Marty Engels. But anyway, I saw Jackie Stallone and I just almost died. I hadn't seen her in a few years and I got a photo with her. It's the last time I ever saw Jackie. And here we are. My God, I love that picture of me. Maybe I'll change my hair to look like that again. Anyway, rest in peace, Jackie Stallone. I know obviously the news of Jackie's passing has been overshadowed by Ruth Bader Ginsburg's. They were so similar. So, okay, first talking about my hair. Now, here's the hair. I didn't blow it out today. I left the curls in. So there is the hair from all angles. So let me tell you about the hair. First off, let me say this to people sitting home watching this. And I know you're sitting home watching this, and you're probably looking to me for some entertainment. Maybe you'll get some. During the pandemic, you have to find your own pleasure. And I have to say that has been challenging even for me. First off, and we've talked about this before, I have not had sex in, hours. No, I haven't had sex in months. So typically, obviously I have a voracious sex life. So no, I'm usually traveling. Haven't traveled in months. I've been here at my parents' house in a Boston suburb. I am here with old people. And it's really annoying. Oh, the old people. They can't hear. The old people can't hear. All they do is just yell constantly. So that's a little bit annoying. I do have my dog, Lily is here, except she prefers my father over me. So I'm not even seeing her. The best part of the summer is I've been outside walking every day, like 3 to 4 miles. Forget it. It's only September, whatever I said it was, 22nd. It is freezing. 2 nights ago, do you know what the temperature was? 42 degrees. So, yeah, walking is over. I have friends that what they have taken to is eating. You have to find pleasure, so they're eating everything in sight. Anything they can get takeout, delivery. Their goal is to get on a TLC show. And I know one friend will think it's about him, but it's not about him. And then the other friend will think it's about him. It's not about him either. And I love eating, but I just don't want to gain 1 million pounds. So I'm not eating. So really, there are times that you just sit here, honest to God, and say to yourself, what am I hanging in there for? Really? Now, I don't want to, encourage those of you on the brink to just cash in your chips. But really, what are you hanging in there for? Well, I'm going to tell you what you're hanging in there for. You're hanging in there for the hope of a better day. Do I think a better day is coming? Probably not. But you hope. So that was one of the reasons why last week I said, I had walked 3 miles. I met a friend at a lovely steak restaurant for a great dinner. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to get my hair cut. So the 2 hair salons that I would go to typically were both closed. One is closed forever, and one was closed because it was too late. So I'm looking around just anywhere to get my hair trimmed. And I find a place, and online, you can make an appointment online. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I can be there in an hour. They were going to close an hour and a half. Fine. I had choices of 2 hairdressers, Lexi and Shannon. So I'm trying to think to myself, who is going to be more fun? Shannon, I kept figuring is going to be some little blonde bitch, like that Taylor Swift, doing toe dancing, like some little Irish jig. And I didn't think she'd be any fun. Lexi, on the other hand, I thought she might be Black or Latina in a crop top. I got all that from the name Lexi. So I decided I'd go with Lexi. Well, by the time I figured out who I wanted to go with, it said I just had to take whoever was available. So anyway, I go to the salon, and there's this hot guy. I'm not going to tell you where, but it's a suburb of Boston. And there's a hot guy, straight, clearly straight, sitting in front of the salon. And I see 2 girls in there working on 2 other people. So I say to the guy, did you check in? And he doesn't look at me. So I say, excuse me. He went, did you check in? Well, I checked in. I'm like, okay, fine. Well, I'll go check in. So I check in, and they said, great, we'll be with you momentarily. Hot guy, fine. So the hot guy isn't even looking at me, which is fine, because that way I could look at him a little longer. Get inside. Oh, he goes in first, obviously. And so there's 2 women inside. There's a blonde woman, a little chunky, beautiful face. My God, beautiful face. And then there is nondescript dark hair woman, very club girl. She looked like a club girl. So he gets the blonde girl, and I get the club girl with dark hair. So I go in, I ask, is she Lexi or Shannon? She says she's Lexi. I said, oh, thank God. She said, why? I told her what I thought she was going to be. And she's laughing and she's like, oh my God, I wish I were wearing a crop top and I wish I were black. I'm like, okay, well. And then the other girl, who is Shannon, starts talking to us and we're all laughing and talking. And the straight guy looks like he is in hell. And he's thinking, oh my God, this fag isn't going to stop talking to these two girls. So they got him out quickly. And then we started talking about him. And they said he was really hot, but no personality. And I said, yeah, who cares? I'd still fuck him. Anyway, so if he's watching this, I'd still fuck you. I don't think the girls would. Anyway, so that's when I got the haircut. That's the story. It's not much of a story. But anyway, it is a story. But thank you. Okay, so Rocky says cute hair. Thank you, Rocky. I will maybe on Thursday, maybe I'll blow out the curls and show you what it looks like straight. I'll show you what I look up straight. Frank, no, just passing judgment. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's me. Okay, so let's see. I've covered hair and I've covered suicide. So if you're depressed, there was a woman, the Reverend Dr. Lady Bishop. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of her. She was a big black woman. She used to be on Donahue and Larry King and Joan Rivers, and she is America's premier voodoo priestess. And she would say, if you're depressed, oppressed, or just in a mess, call the Reverend Dr. Lady Bishop. And she would give you spells, and she would always make you bury the spell in a pineapple can. And it had to be Dole pineapple, because she said Dole pineapple was the most powerful pineapple. So I think she may have been in with the Dole family. Anyway, we should get her on this show. Hi, Billy. Now I look like Andy Bell from Erasure. Oh, do I? Okay, well, I met Andy Bell. He was a lot of fun. He's actually a very fun guy. I went to a concert of his, and then we partied afterwards. He was a lot of fun. Anyway, okay, so today I am going to just be answering questions from you guys, and I'm going to tell you what's in the tabloids. So remember tabloids? Tabloids used to be able to get at the checkout counter at like a CVS or a Store 24. Okay. I went out yesterday to get tabloids because I wanted to read them to you here. 7-Eleven, no tabloids. They don't have tabloids anymore. CVS, they had one. They had the Star. And I think that's because it's now a glossy. They had no other tabloids. I went to 5 different stores till I found tabloids. One guy who was like some Hindi or Middle Eastern something, who didn't speak English, and said, tabloid, what is tabloid? I said, like the Inquirer, the Star. Oh, we have Stars. Anyway, so I had to go to Stop and Shop. I had to go to a grocery store, and I don't know why tabloids aren't popular anymore. I don't know. Maybe you people, what do you read in the bathroom? Maybe your phones. That's why you don't have tabloids anymore. Anyway, so I got the tabloids. Now, the tabloids are expensive. If I paid for all of these, which I didn't, that's another story. They would have cost, okay, the Inquirer cost, oh my God, $4.99. It used to be 69 cents. The Star, $5.99. The Globe, $4.99. And the Examiner, which of course is the worst of the tabloids, $4.99. That's why nobody gets the tabloids, because they're too expensive. There's no point to getting them. Anyway, we're going to, but I didn't pay for them. But don't ask me how. So we're going to tell you what's in the tabloid. So we're going to start with the Inquirer. So the Inquirer, now see, I thought that this was Christiane Amanpour and her one unibrow, but this is actually Ghislaine Maxwell on the cover. Can you see? She looks, she looks a little bit like, doesn't she look a little bit like Diane Warren, who writes those sad songs? That's who she looks like. Maybe Diane Warren could do the Ghislaine Maxwell story. Okay, so on the cover of the National Enquirer, Fox News, Tucker Carlson, nightmare life exposed. Drug addiction, branded a risk by the CIA, and has a violent temper. Okay, Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's madam, unmasked. She knows everything. Okay, let's see. All right, now in this one, they say Harry and Meghan Markle are going to be getting a divorce. So let's keep track of this. Jessica Simpson pounds tubby husband for couch potato ways. Well, I don't know who she's married to, so who cares? Deadly hunger strike for Angie, for Angelina Jolie. Does anyone care about Angelina Jolie? Who cares? Skinny Kelly Osbourne on a manhunt. Did you watch the talk yesterday? Okay. So the talk came back yesterday, and it was their first day in the studio. All four co-hosts were supposed to be there, but Eve is stuck in England, couldn't fly in. And Sharon Osbourne, here's something I don't understand. Sharon Osbourne's granddaughter, Jack's daughter, he has 2, 3 kids, I don't know. One of the kids tested positive for COVID, but none of the other kids and his parents don't have it. So nobody knows how she got it. They think it was like from a gardener or something. I don't know. So anyway, Sharon Osbourne is quarantining, even though she doesn't have it. So for this week, she's sitting home. She is not going to be on the talk. And the talk did address the fact that Marie Osmond quit after less than a year on the show. And they gave that View speech, you're welcome back anytime. Anyway, so she wasn't there, but they had this fabulous, it was almost like a hologram. It was a full-length video of Eve from England, like she was there sitting in a chair. It was really great. So watch the talk if you want. It's still a boring show. But anyway, okay, what do we got here? Kelly Osbourne's manhunt. I don't believe that. Demi Moore is drooling over love rat Justin Hartley's Instagram post. I drool over Justin Hartley as well. Justin Hartley, now he does not remember this. We had this conversation last year at the Emmys. But Justin Hartley and I met in Kathy Griffin's kitchen. Now, he says we didn't, but we did. I guess there's always a chance I'm wrong. Katie Holmes. Cougar Katie's got lovin' in the oven. For who? Isn't she still with Jamie Foxx? No, it says that they broke up a year ago. I don't know. Oh my God. So we just talked about this. This is the first time I'm opening these tabloids, by the way. Sharon Osbourne chased Marie Osmond off the talk, according to insiders. I believe that. Sharon Osbourne and Marie Osmond never got along on the talk. I can tell you that. They had a fight on the air once, and then they played really nice, but Sharon Osbourne did not like her. Although Sharon Osbourne was the one yesterday who said, oh, we look forward to having Marie come back. No, she doesn't. Does it say why? Marie thought the show would be fun and a bunch of gals gabbing about their lives, but she found out that was totally naive. Sharon disliked her from the start. Marie felt Sharon was jealous of her and thought she didn't belong. There was definitely a rift between them. I believe that. Okay. Anyway, she's gone. I don't know what Marie Osmond's going to do. Has that been up there this whole time? Sorry about that. What else do we got? Kathy Lee's kid, Cody, ties the knot. Oh, how do you like that? Cody got married on Labor Day. I didn't know that. See, to me, Cody's still like that bratty little kid. Okay, do I keep hitting that button? I'm sorry. Kevin Spacey sex scandal explodes again. Okay, I love this story. Now, for those of you who don't remember, Kevin Spacey hosted the Tony Awards like 2 years ago. within a couple, and he was in drag. He dressed up like Norma Desmond in Sunset Boulevard and made sort of like a gay-ish joke. Well, 2 months later, that's when our good friend Anthony Rapp came out and talked about Kevin Spacey attempting to molest him. He like jumped on top of him at a party and pinned him to the bed. And then Anthony got out from under him and hid in a bathroom and then ran out. Anyway, since then, that's what got this whole Kevin Spacey thing started. And then everybody else came forward. Well, last week, or maybe 2 weeks now, Anthony Rapp and an unnamed person described as CD. I don't know who CD is. Filed a lawsuit against Kevin Spacey for sexual assault. And CD, and by the way, Anthony Rapp was 14 when Kevin Spacey allegedly attempted to sexually assault him. I say allegedly because I have to legally, but I totally believe it. Anyway, this CD also was 14 and claims the same thing. But he claims that Kevin Spacey attempted to have CD sodomize him. So he wanted to get fucked by this 14-year-old CD, whoever the hell CD was. And it sounded like CD did fuck him. I don't know. So I'd have to read the lawsuit again. By the way, if you have a question, ask a question, click on the link. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, the first comment has the link. You can come on, ask me anything you want. You can talk to me. I will take your calls. I will do whatever the hell you want me to do. The lawsuit repeats 48-year-old Anthony Rapp's allegations that in 1986, Spacey allegedly grabbed his buttocks, put him on the bed, and tried to coax him to spend the night. Okay. The lawsuit said the unnamed accuser had sex with Spacey, including performing anal intercourse on him. I know. Can you believe it? Jackie Chan kicked to the curb in housing clash. Yeah, I don't know. Breakdown fears for Priscilla Presley over grandson's death. I believe that. See, I hit the button again. I'm sorry. What do we got? Their marriage failed. Yeah, I don't care about people whose marriages failed. Oh, look, there's Marie Osmond and her husband, Steve Craig. Oh, he looks like he might have been gay. Can you see this? Let's see. Right there. That looks like that could be a gay guy. I know you shouldn't really say things like that, but, who's watching? Hollywood's famous props plundered. Thieves raid TV and movie sets and steal millions. Yeah, okay. When Debbie Reynolds did it, they called it a museum. Ghislaine's hidden hubby revealed. Yeah, I don't care. That Ghislaine Maxwell thing, I don't really care about it at all. I know I should. I really don't. Borat's Hush Hush movie comeback. Okay, so far I don't see anything in this that would have been worth $4.95. Kirby. This is the Kirby doll. I don't know who Kirby is. Okay. So this is the Inquirer. Holy crap, that's one clogged up lizard. A healthy lizard can pass large amounts of feces. Can you believe it? That's what the tabloids have come to. Okay, so the National Enquirer, don't buy it. There's nothing in there. Okay, the Star. Now, the Star is a little glossy, so I give them a little bit more credit. Let's see. We have open lines, by the way, if anybody wants to talk. Scott who? Sophia Richie makes a splash with Jada Smith. Oh, Jada Pinkett Smith's son. But he's not in a woman's bathing suit. Can you see that? He's like in a regular boy's bathing suit. Well, I hope Sophia Richie doesn't think she's going to get anywhere with him. Jason Sudeikis puts his dad bod on display. Wow, he's gained a lot of weight. I mean, good for him. If he's happy, I'm happy. End of an era, the Kardashians, or as Barbara Walters used to say, the Kardashians are canceled. Who cares? Tom Cruise's son, Connor, returns to Instagram. Really? I don't care. Demi Moore's secret crush on Justin Hartley. Yep, we knew that. We already knew that. Who is this? Oh, this is Madonna's daughter. I don't care about her. Tears from a Volcano. Unique American Stone ignites romance. Okay, who the hell is this? There's a lot of people in the Star that I don't know who they are. I must say. Oh, Neil Patrick Harris and David Burka enjoy a night out. Okay, there they are right there. Can you see them? There they are. Hold on. Right there. That's them. So Neil Patrick Harris was on the Today Show last week pushing his young adult novel. Why is he writing young adult novels? I don't understand. But good for him. He's writing something. He's making some money. I'm happy. Anyway, he said that his whole family had the coronavirus at the beginning, and it was horrible. They had the terrible symptoms. But now they're fine. And now they're apparently he and his husband are out. Filthy Rich. Okay, Kim Cattrall's new show. So Filthy Rich just premiered. Oh, hold on. What? I'm getting a thing. All right. Or you have a question on you? What? Who? Where? Oh, wait. Tom Frank has a question. Tom, I can't see anything. Do you think it costs more for a performative an article put on a tabloid about them or keep an article? Okay, here's what I think. I think that a lot of these stories are sold to the tabloids. All right. I shouldn't tell this story, but I'm going to tell a story. So I had to take a sip of water and cleanse my palate. When Billy Masters premiered, and we now are celebrating 25 years. And by the way, you can get the column everywhere. Look at that. Check out all the gossip on billymasters.com. Please go to billymasters.com. There's real gossip there, not in these tabloids. Anyway, so the tabloids used to call me up and they would say, we saw this story in your tabloid. How much can we pay you to go on the record? That's where these stories would come from. And 99% of the times I said, don't bother me. Every once in a while, I have to say less than a handful of times, there would be big money being thrown my way if I would go on record or if I would bring my source with you. Because here's what happens. People would send me stories, and it would usually be people who were hairdressers or waiters or waitresses or whatever. And they'd say, I had this encounter with this celebrity, write about it. And I would usually get a second source to tell me that the person was really there, and then I'd write it. So a couple of times, the tabloids would say, we've got a story that's similar, and we need a second source to corroborate it. We'll give you this much money if you corroborate the story. And occasionally, I would corroborate a story. There was one woman at the Inquirer whose name was, Freddie will remind me. It was like Catherine or something. And she would call me up and she'd always whisper and she'd call up and go, hello, Billy, it's Catherine from the Inquirer. And I'm like, could you speak up, honey? I can't hear you. Anyway, she would call every once in a while and she'd get the ball rolling. But I know that a lot of celebrities call the Inquirer and say, I could use some press. Could you write about me? And they make deals. They make a lot of deals. Anyway, but there is another text coming in here. Hold on. I can't see because I'm old. Mario questions about, yes, I know. Remind her. Remind who? Who am I reminding? There are questions. Yeah, well, again, I can see all the questions that are coming on YouTube. What's this? Hold on, Rocky. Rocky doesn't want to talk, apparently. He just wants to type. Any thoughts on the Emmys? Winners, the outfits, Laverne Cox going off script. Okay, well, first off, I have checked with people. Everybody knew Laverne Cox was going to go off script. That was planned. She didn't tell them what she was going to say, but she was planning on going off script. You know, I like Laverne Cox. I did not really care for that dress. That, it was black lace, and then there was this thing going across, and it looked like she had one breast, and then the other breast was somewhere. You know whose breasts I didn't like? Tracy Ellis Ross, in that terrible gold lame thing that looked like it was from her mother's 1971 special, Diana. So her left breast was sort of squished, falling into the cleavage. The right breast was coming out under her armpit. Go back and look at the tape. There was something very strange about her breasts. But see, Tracy Ellis Ross, more than anything else, wants to be a star so bad she can taste it. And she is an Emmy winner. She is the next Lucy, comedy gold. And, if you showed up at the Emmys, you really, you're either A, a good friend to Jimmy Kimmel's, or B, really want attention. So that's what I think about the Emmy Awards. Okay, I'm going back to the tabloids. A shirtless Gavin Rossdale showed off his backhand. He's gained a lot of weight too. Although, again, I'm not going to show it because I'm not going to fat shame you. He used to be really hot. I don't really know what happened. You know what happened? The coronavirus happened, and we all have nothing better to do than sit home and eat. And by the way, I am wearing my favorite sweatshirt because it's freezing. Army Hammer and Rumor Willis. Hot new item. And see, this is how they do it. Hot new item with a question mark. They don't even know. And it's not even a real picture. Oh, no, actually, there is a real picture of them walking together. I don't believe that. Okay, wait, no, I'm getting another text. Hold on. What? Read from Yoko. Oh, for God's sake, stay right now. I was going to tell you about Kim Cattrall's new show, Filthy Rich. Okay, Filthy Rich is not a new show. I'm sorry to tell you. It's new to you. And there used to be that NBC promotion that said, if you never saw it, it's new to you. Okay, Filthy Rich was developed last year for Fox, I believe. And every network passed on it. Well, suddenly the coronavirus is around and they decided, oh my God, we've got this show, Filthy Rich. Let's bring it back. So that's what it is. So what you're getting this year is a show that nobody wanted last year. I wish Kim Cattrall well because I enjoy Kim Cattrall. I like her. She has been very nice to me. They've all been nice to me, those Sex and the City girls. Yeah, I think so. I've spent the most time with Sarah Jessica Parker. And if you're with people she likes, she's very nice. Katie, again, another thing about Katie Holmes. Okay, Camilla. Oh, wow. So here now, in the other one, we had that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were getting a divorce. In this tabloid, Camilla to Kate, wait your turn. Yeah. I'm sorry to say this. That Kate Middleton, I don't like her. I think that she's a little, I don't want to say she's a bitch because I don't know. And she could someday be the queen. But I think she's a little bit of an opportunist, that Kate Middleton. Don't really like her. Sorry. What else do we have here? Filthy Rich. Oh, yeah. So here's the picture from Filthy Rich. Can you see the picture of the Kim Cattrall? Doesn't look very happy there. But again, she's getting a job. Did you all watch Ellen yesterday? All right. Let's talk about Ellen. So yesterday, Ellen came out and said and addressed that her show was a toxic work environment. I'm not going to write about it, but it was a toxic work environment. People say, now, does that mean Ellen is a bitch? I don't know. I never worked for her. I will say she took a picture with me once. And as my friend will remind me every time I mention Ellen, we did go to her show. We were there with the Lane twins. Oh my God, if my Lane twins are here, I would talk to them. Liz Fair was there. So we got a coupon for Marie Callender's pot pie. We didn't even get a pot pie. It was a coupon and a Liz Fair CD, which by the way, no one ever wanted. Nobody listened to. I didn't even want to listen to the song when she sang it live on Ellen. If I could have left, I would have. But I did get the pot pie. I have heard enough stories about Ellen to know that Ellen is difficult and she is very exacting. Now, is she a bitch? I don't know. I never slept with her. I never worked with her. Kathy Griffin says she's pushy and she's abrupt and she isn't as nice as she seems. Maybe she's not. I don't know. But I think she is difficult. Oh, look, they're selling the Grayson, the baby alien doll. You know what I was binge watching for the last 3 weeks? I finished watching it. This is not a good magazine either. The Star, don't get it. Not worth the money. I binge watched recently Drop Dead Diva. I enjoyed Drop Dead Diva. It's a great show. You can see it for free on Stars on Demand. It was included free on Xfinity and I think on Time Warner Spectrum. So rewatch Drop Dead Diva. It's a good show. Okay, now the Globe, on the other hand, they say that Meghan is pregnant with twins, not Meghan McCain, Meghan Markle. Pregnant with twins. So just to keep track, one tabloid says Meghan and Prince Harry are getting a divorce. The other one says Meghan and like Camilla are fighting. And this one says Meghan's pregnant with twins. Oh, by the way, since we've been talking about it, last week on The View, we talked about that Meghan McCain was wearing metallic eyeshadow, upper and lower lids. So let's show you. There was the day where she had, hold on, the pink eyeshadow. There it is there. And then there was the day that she had the blue eyeshadow. Okay. Well, yesterday she didn't have on any colored eyeshadow, but she was wearing what a friend called a tiara. I think it's just sort of like a headband or a bandana, but it does look a little bit like a crown. I will admit that. They had Chelsea Clinton on today. Chelsea Clinton was really good. She's very smart, Chelsea Clinton. She's writing children books too, but she's got a kid, like the Burtkas and the Neil Patrick Harrises. So bloated Bindi, pregnant. Well, she's pregnant, that Bindi Irwin. I don't like her either. Didn't like her on Dancing with the Stars. Don't like her. Okay. Kate. Oh, another one. Now the third tabloid to say that Katie Holmes is in a new romance with this Emilio Vitolo Jr. I don't know who he is. Matt Lauer's revenge. TV bad boy takes shots at rivals who danced on his grave. Wow, dancing on his grave. I hope he doesn't say anything about my Meredith, because Meredith didn't dance anywhere. No, he doesn't say anything about Meredith. Well, that's good. Dolly Parton's health nightmare. She looks good, 74 years old, works and acts like she's still in her 20s, a source insists. She's wearing blue eyeshadow. Can you see her blue eyeshadow? Look at that. That's not a good picture. Okay. Health nightmare. What is the health nightmare? Severe dizziness after pushing too hard to get a string of projects done. She's gone into quarantine and was at the hospital. Dolly became faint. One of my best friends was dizzy and became faint, and he did have the coronavirus, even though I think it was a false positive. Michelle and Barack's marriage hitting the rocks. I don't believe that. What else do we got? Oh, who wore it best? Who cares? A walk-in tub. Harry and Meghan having twin girls. New babies will not help the deep rift in the royal family. I don't believe that. The grapes of wrath, bickering, Brad and Angelina eager to sell French vineyard. Okay, I believe that. Matt Dillon to Gal Bal. He's going to propose. Where has Matt Dillon been? And what about Kevin Dillon? No one ever talks about him. Hunter killed. Oh, I love this. Is a good story. I'm going to look at this. Hunter killed by elk he shot the day before. See, that's karma. I believe in karma. I'm sure that's not the elk, but that is a picture of an elk. Diver. Oh my God. See, there's a headline you don't see every day. Diver gets a kick out of finding lost leg. So apparently this guy was diving and he found a prosthetic leg. I wonder if you can track down the person who the leg belonged to. If any of you out there have prosthetic limbs, let me know if they have any ID on them. Britney Spears has launched a social media crusade to help her win back control of her $115 million fortune. I don't care. Okay, the Globe, don't care about that either. Last, the National Examiner is the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the tabloids. And you know it is because their headline is Lucille Ball's secret love letters, because Lucille Ball is in the news today. Look, they've rehashing stories from 20 years. Prince Philip, what you don't know about the Queen's hubby. 20 co-stars who hated each other. Okay, well, let's see who hated each other. Okay, this horoscopes. Let's see. I'm an Aquarius. What's my horoscope? The solar eclipse could boost your income. God, I hope so. I have no money. Robert Redford. There's 2-page pictorial about Robert Redford. I don't care about that. Marie walks off the talk after 1 year. Yeah, well, we knew that. The singer and actress says she's developing several projects. She has no projects. She has nothing except those dolls with the cancerous mole right there. Okay. Care for caregivers. Don't forget about them. Yeah, all right, whatever. Am I going deaf? Take this test. Now, how am I going to read a test in the National Examiner and find out if I'm going deaf? That's stupid. So I don't care about that. Co-stars that couldn't stand each other. Oh, that's Stana Kassick, the one on Castle, Nathan Fillion and Stana Kassick. Yeah, I knew they didn't like each other. Shirley MacLaine and Deborah Winger, we know that. Betty White and B. Arthur, we know that. Oh, we should have asked Jim Colucci why they didn't know each other, but we don't know. Will Smith and the one who played his aunt on Fresh Prince. You know, they're doing a reunion of Fresh Prince. I wonder if my play mama Jennifer Lewis is going to do that. Shannon Doherty and Jenny Garth, Joan Collins and John Forsythe. Joan Collins and everybody. There's no news in this. This is rehashing news from like the 40s. 20 surprising facts about Prince Philip. No interest. Lucille Ball's secret love letters found. But who are the love letters to? To comedian Jack Carter. Well, I don't know anything about Jack Carter. Who the hell's Jack Carter? I don't know who Jack Carter is, and I'm not interested enough to read this story. Oh, the love letters are to her husband, Gary Morton. So I don't know what Jack Carter has to do with this. Gourmet recipe, Romanian beef stew. You think you're going to really make a recipe that's in the National Examiner? No. No, there's a lot of ads here. How to kiss jaw pain goodbye. No. Elvis. You know, the National Examiner loves to keep talking about the fact that Elvis didn't die. Let me tell you something. If Elvis was still alive, he'd be 132, and he wouldn't be able to walk either because he'd be big as a house. Sheila Wood's Friendship Club. Single white female, no dependents, healthy, financially secure, slim widow in her 80s, seeks similar good, no strings attached, retired, secure senior who loves travel, respects women, enjoys life. We need to meet after isolation. She's not going to end up with anyone. There's nothing in this one either. You know, the tabloids have let me down. Tabloids, there's nothing in the tabloids anymore. Oh my God, we got more questions. Hold on. Do you think that the new Oscar rules, what are you going to ask me? Tom, what do I think? Which one? About the new Oscar rules? Well, here's the thing. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with the new Oscar rules because they're talking about that films don't have to play in theaters because obviously who's going to a theater? But they are going to have to jump through different hoops. And I don't really understand what's going to happen with the Oscars. I think, first, we're still waiting on the Tony Awards. So let's start there. And again, at least there was the Oscars, we did have 3 months of Oscars. So I suppose there were some movies that did come out, but nothing that was supposed to come out that was really any good. Okay, so a friend of mine is telling me to tell you what's in my column. I hate to even do it, but I will do it because what the hell. I can't believe that there isn't. See, people don't want to come on camera. I've come on camera, but enough about my porn career. Okay, let's see what's in Billy Masters' column this week, which you can read at billymasters.com. Okay, so I told you about the Oscars. Did you see RuPaul won for the 3rd year in a row and won Best Host of a Reality Show and Queer Eye, I didn't talk about this, but Queer Eye won Best Reality Show, non-competition reality show they won for their 3rd year. RuPaul won for her 5th year. Jerry Falwell Jr., I'm not going to tell you the story. I don't understand the story, but I'm not going to tell you about the story. I already told you about Doogie Howser. They're doing a Doogie Howser reboot with some Hawaiian girl who's 16 years old and eats poi and goes to medical school. I'm not really interested in that. I wasn't interested in Doogie Howser, to tell you the truth. Harry Styles. So Harry Styles is going to play gay. Why not? For Greg Berlanti. Now, Greg Berlanti, I'm friendly with Greg Berlanti. He did the film The Lonely Hearts Club, that gay baseball movie. He's done a million shows on TV, and he's husbands with that gay soccer player. Anyway, they're going to do some gay thing with Harry Styles. Who cares? Our good friend Fran Drescher is going to be on Lifetime's first ever gay Hollywood film. A holiday film. That's coming up. It's called The Christmas Setup. Fran is actually in Canada right now filming the show with real life gay couple Ben Lewis and Blake Lee. And they're very cute, and they both have dark hair. And it's going to basically be exactly the same as those Hallmark movies. Somebody who's a lawyer in a big city goes home to visit his mother for the holidays in the small town he grew up in. She hooks him up with another hot guy, and then they get married. Whatever. But people love those movies. I hate them. Ashley, who I don't know who Ashley is, and if Ashley's a male or a female. You would think female, but then you watch Gone with the Wind, and there was Ashley Wilkes, and he was male. And if you're British, you could be an Ashley who's a male. And Ashley Hamilton, George Hamilton's son, is an Ashley. He asked me about Graham Patrick Martin, who played, I didn't know who he was. He was Eldridge on 2.5 Men. He was, the half a man's friend. He was the son of that bitch, that Courtney Thorne Smith, who had been on Melrose Place. Who would have thought that she would have had the biggest career coming out of that show? Go figure. Anyway, he wanted to know about Graham Patrick Martin, who now plays gay. He's was a teenage hustler. Now I think he's a 20-year-old something on The Closer in Major Crimes. He's really cute, by the way. He says he's straight. Supreme Court Justice. I say Judge Judy. That's what I think. I think Judge Judy should get the job. Because, everyone loves Judge Judy. Okay. What else do we have to tell you? Oh, my God. Thank God we're almost done. Almost done with the show. So get your questions in because I'm just pretty much done. I have really nothing to tell. I can't go out for it's really horrible because I can't go out for the walk because it's really cold out, although I don't know. What is the temperature? It is in Boston. People are going to say, this is what we tuned in for. Well, it says it's 64 degrees, so I don't know. 64, I might be able to walk in 64 degrees. But as I said, it was 42 last night, and it was freezing. Oh, this is an interesting question. So we just got an interesting question wanting to know how long until I go back to Hollywood. Okay, that's a really good question. I don't know. So here's the thing. I came back to Boston because the pandemic was starting and I wanted to be here in case something happened, and my parents are older and I figured I should be here with them. And of course, they're fine. They're out constantly. They're out more than I'm out. So I don't know. I think I'm going to stay here through the holidays. But then at that point, I think I'm going to go back to LA or Florida. Who knows? Oh, this is interesting. So I was just cast in a reading. I was cast. There's a reading of a sitcom pilot. And the character that I was asked to read, this is hysterical. It says, Jimmy, 30s, queenie, flamboyant, gay. And I kept thinking, why did they ask me? And then I realized 30s. That's why. With the special lighting, 30s. I mean, I guess I can be a little more flamboyant if I have to be. I can use my hands. Look, jazz hands. So I'm going to be on in a reading this week. Who knows if it will go anywhere? I'll let you know. Oh, okay. So somebody in Florida wants to know what's happening in Florida. Okay. So as you all know, I have a place in Florida. I haven't been there since the pandemic began. I was there, however, just before the pandemic hit. I was at the winter party, which I know you're going to all yell, but I wasn't in the group with all the guys. I was a VIP. I was on a little bit of a veranda overlooking people. I only had sex with maybe 4 people. Obviously, I'm fine because I think I had COVID before the winter party. So anyway, but I have not been back to Florida, and I would like to go to Florida, but it's still too much for hotspots. I really don't know when I'm going to go there, so we'll see. Do I have a dream guest? That's a good question. To tell you the truth, I have had most of the people I already want on this show. There are some people who I haven't had who have turned down this show who I would like. But then once they've turned me down, to tell you the truth, I lose a lot of interest. I say, why bother? We did though, by the way, because just for Kenny out there watching, the computer tech came and fixed the webcam in the other computer. So if this computer ever freezes, I just add myself like that. Oh, there, see? So now I'm talking to you from that camera, but it's not centered or anything. But anyway, see, and look how the quality. So that's the one that's on the Wi-Fi. Anyway, so I've got 2 cameras now. Special lighting indoor. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, I do have the. Again, I think that they asked me to do this sitcom because they saw me on this show and they said, we need somebody in their 30s. Look at that Billy Masters. He looks so good for 30. So anyway, and I think that my character was a hooker at some point. Have you heard from Fran? Oh, okay. Rocky just asked, have you heard from Fran about what it's like filming the new movie you mentioned? I have heard from Fran. She's up there with the cast. She says the boys are great. I don't think she had started filming when I talked to her. She had just gotten up there. But what I'm thinking is we will have Fran on to talk about, I don't know if we'll ever have to talk about filming the movie. We will definitely have her back to talk about the movie when it comes out. I should mention, because I don't mention it enough, that you can watch all of our shows on billymasters.com/TV. And the Fran Drescher episodes are the highest rated shows that we have done. So people love their Fran Drescher, and I don't blame them. And last week's special episode about the Golden Girls, that show had huge ratings. So obviously people love your Golden Girls. Oh, and speaking of made-for-TV movies, I had read that Betty White was going to do a Hallmark movie for Christmas. And I was very concerned because, A, I haven't gotten my photo with Betty White. 2, Betty White is about 172. So people have to take care of Betty White. The movie that she was supposed to film got delayed. It was supposed to be filmed in March. It got delayed until May, and then it was postponed to next year. So that's what's happening with Betty White. And she's playing like Mrs. Claus or somebody who's hiring a Mr. Claus. I don't know, something about Mrs. Claus. So, speaking of Mrs. Claus, I don't know if you could see her hand. Jackie Stallone had claws. I'm just telling you. All right. Oh, okay. The other thing I wanted to mention. So, I don't talk to him very much, but my dear friend Ronnie Larson, who really I do love, even though I don't think he believes me, I do love him, and he is bringing theater back to Fort Lauderdale, and he has written a show which really makes me laugh. Ronnie Larson writes 5-6 shows a month and just throws them all against a wall and sees what'll stick. And he's doing shows at the Foundry in Fort Lauderdale, and they're doing them with only 10 or 15 people in the audience. So back in the 80s or the 90s, there was a big fat drag queen who was called Queer Donna, who lip synced Madonna songs, but he was really fat, and it was like a gay version of Madonna. And then on The Nanny, there was a big gay drag queen who did Cher. So there is a tradition of sort of doing an oversized view of people who are famous. Anyway, my friend Ronnie Larson is doing a play about Melania Trump. Now, I know you're thinking to yourself, oh, I am not supporting anything that the Trumps are involved in. I just want you to see the trailer for his play. It just made me laugh. Here you go. Take a look.
no dirty immigrant. I come to America legally. Well, sort of legally. It's debatable, but it doesn't matter now. I am First Lady. I am the American dream. A woman at the rally have a t-shirt that say, "You can grab my pussy, Mr. President." And that is when I knew we were going to win. Ivanka for me is Phony Beach. Maybe Obama was born in Africa. I don't know. I was not there. He say, "We're going to make America great again." I'm putting it on the hat. And then he say, "No more Africans in the White House." And I say, "Don't put that on the hat." And he say, "I won't have to. People will understand." I say, "Donald, they're going to impeach you. They have the votes." And he say, "Fuck Ray Tomato," and he storm out. When they tell me Donald is in the coma with the coronavirus, I fall to the ground and I weep like this. Oh, he's good acting, no? Mike Pence want his president so much that he can taste it with his cocksucking lips, like Fat Man at Baskin Robbins. Be best, Melania. How can fat, old, bankrupt liar of man seduce beautiful woman like me? It's not natural, no? But I still love him. After all of the evil and the pussy grabbing and the kids in the cages, I still love him. And I want to kill him. I try be best, but it's very hard, especially when you are married to the devil. Oops, I mean, most powerful man on planet. Be best, Melania.
It makes me laugh. I think it's so funny. If I were in Fort Lauderdale, I would go. I would risk the coronavirus to see it. Although there's a great video where Ronnie shows how they're disinfecting the theater, that you don't touch anything, that you're spaced like 6 feet apart, all that stuff. So if you're interested in going to the show or finding out more information about his plays, go to ronnielarson.com and you can see it. Oh, I mean, I think he's so funny and it's ridiculous. Anyway, whatever. Okay. I don't know. I think that's everything there. Oh my God. Wait, there's another question. Hold on. We got new questions. What do our, did I ever meet Ruth Bader Ginsburg? No, I never did. My favorite part of Ruth Bader Ginsburg was when they would show the Supreme Court all sitting there and they're all like normal sized people. And then you'd see this tiny little person on this little chair off to the side. And she always looked like Lily Tomlin playing Edith Ann in the giant chair because she was like a little bit of a thing, that Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Great lady, but she always made me laugh. Tom wants to know, Anderson Cooper doing New Year's Eve this year of virus. Kathy, are they talking now? To the best of my knowledge, Kathy Griffin and Anderson Cooper are not talking still. I have heard rumors that Anderson Cooper is still going to host New Year's Eve with Andy Cohen, but they're going to be doing it virtually via remote. Here's my question. Are they dropping a ball still in New York? Because I think crazy people would still go to New York and pack into Times Square. And I don't think they should. I mean, I'm all for glorifying a giant ball dropping, but no, don't do it. Don't go. If you're thinking of going, don't go. Oh, did you see that scandal? So last week, I guess it was, Andy Cohen posted some like shirtless pictures of Anderson Cooper from vacations like years ago where he looked really cute. I don't really know what the problem is, but Anderson Cooper was pissed and said he's going to get back at Andy Cohen. You know, whatever. I love them all. They're all lovely. Andy Cohen actually has been doing some great shows. He had a great show last week. Oh, I wish I could remember who it was with. Oh, with Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda. Go check it out online. It's really funny. All right, that's all I have to say to you. I really have nothing to say. I don't know. Here's the thing. I love the fact that I do this show twice a week because it gives me something to do. It gives me something to plan for. Yeah, and I even like talking to you. I liked reading the tabloids. I like just babbling. I really don't need any guests. I'm happy talking by myself. You know what I don't like? I do not like begging people to be on the show. You don't want to be on the show? Don't be on the show. I don't care, really. Frankly, I'm not interested. Oh, you know what I'm going to do Thursday? I mean, there are two people who I've invited to be on, so we may have guests Thursday. But if I don't have guests, even if I do, maybe I'll bump them for a segment. I'm going to talk to you about stories that I don't write about. There's a lot of stories that come across my desk that I say, I'm not going to write about that because it's stupid and who'll care? I think I've got some sitting in my printer. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on, wait. So here's what happens. Stories go into the printer, and there's lots of stories that people will email me or people will write me, and I will say, yeah, maybe I'll put it in the column, maybe I won't put it in the column. But then sometimes I say, oh, you know what? I don't care about that. Ellen DeGeneres, we're starting a new chapter discussing her toxic workplace environment. You know what? I won't be writing about that. I'm going to throw that away. I will not talk about it because I think that it's stupid and who cares? Learn how to play the piano online. No, thank you. I already know how to play the piano. My friend Christopher Sieber is doing a show online November 5th. Our good friend Lena Hall. Oh my God, tomorrow. I should have had her on the show. Lena Hall is going to do a show dedicated to Prince. If you go to, where is this? BroadwayWorld.com or go to Lena Hall, Lena Hall, Hall. She's doing a concert dedicated to Prince. That will be a good show. Oh my God, this is going to be a great story, but I can't talk about it now. But it's a great story with nudity and everything, but I can't talk about it because I saved the nudity stories for the website. But there's a great nude story coming up. Oh my God, not only that, it's nude in a sex video, but I can't tell you about it now. I'll tell you about it on Thursday. Oh, he's told, Tom has said, tell people if they don't come on, you'll dish them. I dish them even when they're on this show. So I did that on one of these shows that somebody said, you were kind of mean to somebody. I don't even remember who it was. And I probably was. I wasn't trying to be mean, but I do ask questions that I think you people want me to ask. Doesn't mean that it's the questions they want to ask, but anyway. All right. I'm done. It's an hour and 10 minutes. Today is the first show that I've been drinking during the show. And you know what I've been drinking. It's clear and it's delicious. All right. It's been Billy Masters Live. I've been here. I've been live. That's basically all you get out of me. But I will have some stories Thursday, and I might have a guest or two. I might not. Whatever. That's what you get in Billy Masters Live. So take care. I can say take care of yourselves because, frankly, I care about you watching. I don't care about the people who are on this show, but the people watching I care about because you never did anything to me. And one of you thinks that I could play 30. So that's good enough for me. All right. This has been Billy Masters Live. I have nothing else to say. See you on Thursday. And just remember, if we're here, we're here. Oh, yeah. And if we're here, we're live. Take care. Goodbye. Go have a drink.